Hey guys, it is Claire and welcome back to my channel. So I'm sure some of you have been wondering where I've been these past couple of months, and all I can say is don't worry, I will make another video going into that great detail soon. This video I just really wanted to make talking about my experience getting my first tattoo, as well as the process and the procedure, and as well as the aftercare. So I know there are a ton of great videos out there talking about getting a tattoo, and there are some people who have more ink than I will ever have, and they can tell you way more than I can. This is just my 2 cents and my experience as someone who has never had art, never had crazy piercings. I mean, I'm very I feel like my skin is like virgin, or was virgin in a sense. So if you ever have any more serious questions or concerns, please do contact your artist or your studio instead of me or anyone. So there's my little tidbit before we start. So this is my tattoo. It is on my forearm and I have 2 roses. So it's just black and white. Or black, I'm white, so it's just black, and there's some shading and detailing all in this tattoo. So I have some leaves that are a little bit darker. I knew I wanted something on my forearm for a very long time. I'm only 19. For those of you who don't know, I am 19. And you know, I've never been a believer of you're gonna regret it when you get older, because in a sense it's like there's so much in life that I think goes on, and if there's a pivotal point in your life to get art or representation of an event in your life or another person or anything for that matter, if it means something to you, I think that throughout your life is worth more than anything. For me, I knew I wanted roses specifically to represent growth in my life and the blooming and blossoming. I said this a little bit in a previous video, I can't remember. I didn't have the best time in middle school and high school, and I suffered a lot of just bad experiences growing up, and it could have totally changed me as a person. It wasn't until I went to homeschool and then graduated high school until I finally felt comfortable in my own skin and really started to become my own. And I think the roses really symbolize the growth and the new beginning in a sense. And I know they always say every rose has its thorns, you know, that's kind of all tied together in this piece. So I knew what I wanted and I knew where I wanted it, so I did the research, and before I knew who I wanted to go to, I found concept art and ideas and articles, and I kind of compiled everything into a PDF page of the concept art. All it was just finding someone who could do the art I wanted. I reached out to a lot of different artists, and many of them were fully booked. Some of them straight up said that roses weren't their specialty, or the type I was looking for wasn't their specialty, because I wanted just some very intricate lining and detailing. So I was shopping one night. I was at the mall, and it was it was right before closing, and the girl checking me out at the register had the most beautiful set of flowers down her arm right here. And I remember saying, before I said anything, I was like, oh my god, who did your tattoo? I am looking for something just like that in terms of artwork. And she gave me the number to the guy, the studio, all that good stuff. So literally the next day I drove down, I made an appointment with him, and he was booked for a month out, so I had to wait a month, which it was kind of a blessing in disguise, because here I was really eager to get it done, and I just wanted it. I wanted to show it off, you know, I wanted that art on my skin already, but at the same time it really gave me time to think and to contemplate, okay, is this what you really want? Is, you know, could you imagine having a tattoo on your skin for the rest of your life, you know, all that stuff. So after going through that, you know, that thinking process, I knew it was exactly what I wanted. I sent him pictures in the meantime, and you know, they always say getting your tattoo done in the summer is, you know, more difficult than the winter, because you do have to cover it from the sun. And being in California, you know, it's over 100 degrees right now, and it has been, so it's very, very hard to cover up and stay cool. So thankfully I'm not like the biggest outdoorsy girl. I mean, I do love the outdoors, but I'm not like sunbathing every day or swimming, so I knew it wasn't such a problem. So just take that into consideration if you get your tattoo done, like anytime now until the fall time, because it is hot and you have to be careful to cover up. So that's just my first little piece of advice, is think about the time of year. So tattoo day came and I made sure that I had a stomach full of food, and I had my water and like a little bit of candy just to keep me going throughout the process. And I met with a guy, and he had like a piece of paper and kind of sketched the area of my arm where and how big the tattoo was going to be. And literally for the next 40 minutes or so, he was just drawing it out. And when he came back with the work, it was absolutely beautiful. It looked almost identical to this. We just kind of tweaked a few things. And so once we figured out the art I wanted, I laid down for the tattoo, which I was kind of bummed about because I wanted to like watch it the whole time, because I always feel like if you can watch it happening, it's less painful. So I just laid down for it, and I just stared at the light the whole time, which was kind of like, I don't know, I wanted to fall asleep in a sense. The pain with getting the tattoo done was something that I didn't really ever experience before, and I knew it was going to be painful going in. Looking back, it was totally worth it because I have this great piece of art on my arm now. But during it, it was like there were two spots where it hurt the most, which was right on the outside of my arm right here, and then the ditch. So the ditch is like, you know, your crease, and then like this spot right here. These leaves were just, oh, I wanted to cry. Like for a minute I was like, I remember I was grabbing the side of the table just like, but most importantly, you know, you don't want to like hold your breath, tense up, squeeze. You just want to relax and let it happen. That's how, as best I can say, just relax. I think the pain was more annoying than anything. It honestly felt like someone had, you know, a couple needles tied together just poking at your skin really fast. That is how I can describe it. But it was tolerable, and that's coming from someone who's like, ow, ow, that hurt, you know what I mean? Like, if I can do it, you can do it. That's all I'm gonna say there. So the whole process took about 3 hours. So I got it done in the evening time. I was done about 8 or 9 at night, and he bandaged me up, and I went home and I slept with a bandage on just to be safe. And the morning came and I took the bandage off, and I washed it. So when it comes to the aftercare, there are so many different articles, and so many people say so many different things in terms of what works and what doesn't. I know one website says to use A&D ointment, the other website says never use A&D, use Lubriderm. One website says Neosporin, but everyone else says no Neosporin, and I was just like, I would first and foremost listen to the person doing your tattoo and what they recommend. They can kind of tell based off your skin and the ink they use on what is going to work best for you. I knew Dial wasn't going to work for me only because when I got my nose pierced, I used Dial to clean it, and it dried out my skin. Lotions are always hard because you want to make sure they're unscented, like Lubriderm. However, they do contain petroleum, and petroleum does clog pores, and it is extremely vital to have like breathable ointment or lotion on your skin during the healing process. So I was actually at Walmart, and in the little first aid section I found this tattoo kit called Tattoo Goo. If you guys don't know what Tattoo Goo is, it is this ointment balm for your tattoo. It is while it's healing, you apply this onto your skin. And it was a pack of like 4 different products, and it was only 15 bucks. And honestly, I'm gonna just tell you guys, there's so many different products out there, and this is not sponsored by the way, but this stuff worked so good for me in my like delicate skin. You can find it all on Amazon. You can buy them all separately if you want. This kit was just pretty well priced at Walmart. And what I did was 3 times a day, so like morning, afternoon, and night, I use the Tattoo Goo cleansing soap, which is unscented, antibacterial, and pH balanced soap. It is very like water based, I want to say. So very, very like thin consistency soap that I just carefully rubbed on with just some lukewarm water. I didn't let the water get directly on my tattoo. I just kind of splashed it and then wiped it off as I went, and then I just let it air dry. And then after that, during the entire healing process, I had the Tattoo Goo ointment, which is a like eucalyptus-y scented tattoo balm that I just rubbed on my arm just to keep it moist throughout the day, and it didn't clog my skin, and it kept it feeling very like fresh. Now that the healing process is kind of over, it's been about 2 weeks, I still always try to keep it moisturized, so I use the Tattoo Goo Aftercare Lotion. It's olive oil based, and I just keep this on a thin layer throughout the day just to keep my tattoos still feeling, you know, moist and all that good stuff. And then this stuff it came with is Tattoo Goo Renew, and it is SPF 50. It's SPF lotion for your tattoo, which is honestly something I never thought about. I went to the lake for 4th of July, and I actually had to cover up the whole day, so I wore a long sleeve. But I did put this on my tattoo just to give an extra little barrier to the sun, and it really helped. It really felt good, and it did a great job. So all 4 of these products, honestly, I can't complain about. Only thing is that I think the packaging should be a little bit different, because especially in the soap, it comes out so quick. It might have just been the bottle I had, but this stuff worked great. I mean, it all worked great. It's just, I think that the tubes need to be a little bit more fine in terms of the nozzles, because it does like come out at you pretty quick. And then I also did use A&D, which is the baby butt ointment. I used this very, very sparingly. On like day 5 or 6 of the healing process, I got this nasty rash all along my arm right here and my wrist. So I just put the ointment outside of the tattoo on the skin just to kind of, you know, help it and to soothe it. So those were the only products I used. I still do keep it moist every day, and I still do wash it. About 2 weeks in, it's safe to say that I think that it's healing pretty good, and I couldn't be more happy. Looking back, I would say it was definitely worth it. Unfortunately, we still do live in a world where people will judge your tattoos and will think of you different because you do have tattoos. However, I have met and connected with so many different people because I do have a tattoo now. I think it enables people to look at you in a different light, and I think that's beautiful. So I hope those of you who are choosing to get a tattoo soon, whether it be big or small, to have fun with it and to take care of your body and to really make sure that it is something, you know, worth it to yourself. And it's awesome. That's all I'm gonna say is it's awesome. So thank you guys so much for watching this little video. I cannot wait to give you guys more great videos in the future. If you liked what you saw today, feel free to subscribe. I am making my comeback on YouTube now, so stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!